Hello students, welcome to part 2 of this exciting geometric art project. Alright, so in video 1 we created the main shape that we're going to use and we're going to transform it a number of ways to fill in the rest of the Canada 150 logo. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of these two measurements. Okay, so they are no longer needed because we have the magic measurements already incorporated into our main kind of feature. So I'm going to click on them and I'm going to hit delete. Okay, so what we're going to do is now we're going to create this part right here, and it is simply a rotation of the original shape here, this part right here. Okay, all right, so what we need to do is we need to mark a rotation point. So there's two ways to do that. So we're going to rotate it around point B here. So I can click on point B and I can go to transform and I can choose mark center, or I can do a shortcut and I can simply double click on point B and then you'll see a little graphic effect here. It'll pulse with a circle, okay, concentric circles. All right, so I've marked the rotation point. All right, so what we need to do is we need to carefully click on all the vertices and all of the sides of our original shape here. So I'm just going to go slowly, okay? Be sure not to click on or highlight that middle guiding line. That middle guiding line is not part of the design. We're going to get rid of that, okay? But it's there to kind of line everything up. Okay, so now that I've got all the parts of that quadrilateral highlighted, I'm going to go to transform and then I'm going to go to rotate. Okay, so when I click on rotate, it'll give me this window. Now it automatically rotates to the left, I guess that's going to be counterclockwise, and it should already be set at 90 degrees. Now if it's not set at 90 degrees, simply just type in here 90 degrees, and then you'll see if you try different things, you'll see that it rotates at that particular angle. Make sure that the fixed angle button or radio button is filled in. So I'm going to leave that at 90 degrees. So I want you to remember that. 90 degrees meant that it rotated counterclockwise to the left, okay? And of course, because we marked rotation point B, it says here about center B. All right, so let's click rotate, okay? And then let's deselect. There we have a perfect rotation to the left. Okay, now the thing is that we rotated it too far. So I wanted to show you what 90 degrees meant. Okay, 90 degrees is essentially a quarter turn to the left. All right, so let's go to edit, undo. Okay, so what we want is we wanted to rotate it not quite 90 degrees, but half of 90 degrees. So let's go to transform and then let's go to rotate. So what would half of 90 degrees be? In other words, half of a quarter of a turn. It would be 45 degrees, wouldn't it? Okay, so this is this part right here, 45 degrees. Now, eventually, we're going to have to rotate at 90 degrees, but that's at a later step. So let's set in our rotation angle of 45 degrees, and then let's click rotate. Okay, so that has created this part of the design, or this part of the leaf, I guess. So how do you think we would rotate this side to the right, clockwise? All right, so we've set our rotation point as B. We don't have to redo it. So let's go back and highlight all of the vertices and points of our original quadrilateral. Okay, and then let's go up to transform, and then let's go to rotate. Okay, so when we rotated it to the left, it was 45 degrees. So what do you think we would need to put in to rotate it to the right? You can try a variety of things. So one idea is, what we can do is to go in the opposite direction, we could put negative 45, and let's see if that works. And the good thing about Geometry Sketchpad is that before you lock it in, it gives you a preview of what it's going to look like. So I hope that gave you a really good hint. So if you need to rotate something in the opposite direction, we need to use a negative sign. So we have negative 45 degrees. Okay, so let's rotate. All right, so there we have it. So it kind of looks like a crown now with these three quadrilaterals. Okay, all right, so let's go to File, Save, because we haven't done that in a while. Okay. All right, so let's work on these two parts of the leaves down here that go out to the left and to the right. So we're going to keep the same rotation point. So let's carefully again. Let's highlight all the points, the vertices, and the lines of our original quadrilateral. And let's go to transform, and let's go to rotate. So I already gave you a hint on how we're going to rotate that 1/4 turn to the left, and that is 90 degrees. Okay, so let's click rotate. And then let's do that for the other side, for the other rotation going in the other direction. So again, I'm going to carefully click on all vertices and sides of our original quadrilateral. And then I'm going to go to the transform menu, and I'm going to go to rotate. And remember the secret for this one, to rotate it to the right, we're going to put a negative sign in front of it. So we're going to go to negative 90 degrees and then click rotate. Okay. All right, let's deselect and have a look at it. Let's go to File, Save. Okay, we're about halfway there. So this ends the second part of the video. Thanks for watching. Bye.